Welcome to John's Maths Book. In this video, we're going to talk about the order of operations, and in particular, where we have a fraction bar involved. In the first video of this series, we looked at why the order of operations is important and how, if performed incorrectly, we can come up with the wrong answer. When we have to decide the order of operations with a fraction bar groups the operations. So we perform the order of operations in the numerator followed by the order of operations in the denominator. Lastly, we divide the denominator into the numerator to get the answer. Let's look at an example of how this works. So in our first example, we have in the numerator 1 plus 3 minus 2, and in the denominator we have 5 plus 4 minus 8. So let's look at the numerator first, and we see we have an addition and a subtraction. And we know from the order of operations, or PEMDAS, that the addition and the subtraction operation have equal status. So that means we can just work from the left to the right. So for the numerator, we have, so 1 plus 3 gives 4, minus 2, and then in the denominator we have 5 plus 4 minus 8. So again we have an addition and a subtraction of equal status. So we work from left to right. So 5 plus 4 is 9 minus 8. So if we go back to the numerator, we have 4 minus 2, which leaves 2. And we have 9 minus 8, which leaves 1. Now at this stage, we can divide the denominator into the numerator. So we have 2 divided by 1, and that is simply 2. So in our second example, let's look at, in the numerator we have 1 times 3 plus 7 minus 4, and in the denominator we have 1 minus 2 times 5 plus 2. So let's start with the numerator. And we see we have a multiplication, an addition, and a subtraction. So we have to do the multiplication first because that takes precedent over addition and subtraction. So let's start with 1 times 3, which is 3, plus 7 minus 4 divided by, and then in the denominator we have 1 minus 2 times 5 plus 2. So we have a multiplication, addition, and a subtraction. Now multiplication takes precedent, so let's do the multiplication first. So that leaves 1. Minus 2 times 5 is minus 10 plus 2. If we go back to the numerator, we have 3 plus 7 minus 4, so we have an addition and a subtraction. Both of equal status, so we just work from left to right. So 3 plus 7 is 10 minus 4, and that's all divided by 1 minus 10 plus 2 in the denominator. So again we have a subtraction and an addition, so we just need to work from left to right. So 1 minus 10 gives minus 9 plus 2. That equals, and back to the numerator, 10 minus 4 is 6, and minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7. So it becomes minus 6 divided by 7. So if we look at number 3 here, we have 8 divided by 2 multiplied by, and then in parentheses 3 plus 1 in the numerator. And then in the denominator we have 20 divided by 2 minus 8, and then in brackets or parentheses 8 minus 2. So let's start with the numerator, and we know that parentheses take precedent over anything else, so we need to do that first. So we have 8 divided by 2 multiplied by, and then the parentheses 3 plus 1 leaves 4. That's all divided by. And then in the denominator, we have another set of parentheses, so we need to do those first. So we have 20 divided by 2 minus, and then 8 minus 2 leaves 6, so it's minus 6. And if we go back to the numerator, we have 8 divided by 2 multiplied by 4. So division and multiplication have equal status, so we work from left to right. So 8 divided by 2 is 4 multiplied by 4. And in the denominator, we have 20 divided by 2 minus 6. Now, division takes precedent over subtraction, so we do the division first. So 20 divided by 2 is 10 minus 6. So back to the numerator, 4 times 4 is 16, and the denominator, 10 minus 6 is 4. So we have 16 divided by 4, so we can divide the denominator into the numerator to leave 4. So in our final example, we have in the numerator 2 multiplied by 3 plus, and then in parentheses, 4 minus 2, and that's all squared, divided by 2. And in the denominator, we have in parentheses 5 minus 2, which is all squared, divided by 9, plus 4 multiplied by 2. So let's look at the numerator, and let's do the parentheses first. So that leaves 2 times 3 plus, and then 4 minus 2 is 2, and that's squared, divided by 2. And in the denominator, we do the parentheses first. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and that is squared, divided by 9, plus 4 times 2. So back to the numerator. So now in the numerator, we have a multiplication, addition, division, and an exponent. So we need to do the exponent next, because that comes next. So that becomes 2 times 3, and 2 squared is 4, plus 4 divided by 2. And that's divided by 3 squared divided by 9 plus 4 times 2. So we have another exponent here, so we need to do that first. So 3 squared is 9 divided by 9 plus 4 times 2. So back to the numerator, 2 times 3 plus 4 divided by 2. So we have a multiplication, an addition, and a division. So the division and the multiplication come before the addition. So we, working from left to right, we see the multiplication first. So 2 times 3 gives 6, plus 4 divided by 2. And in the denominator, we have 9 divided by 9 plus 4 times 2. So again, we have a division and a multiplication which come ahead of the addition. So working from left to right, we see the division comes first. So 9 divided by 9 is 1, plus 4 times 2. So back to the numerator, we have 6 plus 4 divided by 2. So we know division comes first. So that gives 6 plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. And then that's all divided by 1 plus 4 times 2. So multiplication comes before addition. So we do 1 plus 4 twos are 8. And then we have 6 plus 2 in the numerator, which is 8, divided by 1 plus 8 in the denominator, which is 9. So the final answer is 8/9. So that concludes our video on order of operations.